how to become indestructible in this tough, unpredictable environment. Episode 2. Good morning, everyone out there who's watching and tuning in now. Welcome to Entrepreneurs Show. And as you all know, we are starting our second episode. Watching doesn't matter if you are in the Philippines or in UAE. I welcome you all to all entrepreneurs and impact makers na nanonood ngayon. Life may not come with a map because everyone will experience twists and turns from everyday challenges, traumatic events with a more lasting impact, like death of a loved ones, life-altering accident, and serious illnesses. Guys, what's happening now in the environment? This is no different. But for us, business owners and entrepreneurs, it's not entirely different because in our business, every day we face challenges. Today, I am very excited because we have a very special speaker. Can't wait to introduce him. And we're very fortunate to have him in the show. He'll be sharing lots of his experiences about resiliency. This is Lab, and I'm your host today. You're watching the second episode of Entrepreneur Show. You all know if you are tuning in to our posting, topic for today is all about resiliency. So how to become indestructible in this tough and unpredictable environment. Without further ado, let's all welcome our guest speaker for today. I label him as a serial entrepreneur because he has gone through a lot on his life, not only in business actually. So he will be sharing a lot of his experiences with us, his struggle, his challenges, his success, his setbacks, everything about his life and his business. So without further ado, let's all welcome Sir Jason.
Yes, hello. How are you? Sa lahat ng nanonood, thank you very much for tuning in to the show. And I'm very happy to be here to talk about actually two things. Bounce Back, which some of you may be members already of Bounce Back. And of course, to talk about the concepts in my book, The Practical Entrepreneur. So I'm hoping that I can give you some knowledge today, the things that I've experienced while being an entrepreneur almost all my adult life as an entrepreneur.
Adult
Yeah.
life. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, you are really a perfect fit para dito sa show because our show really aims to share the experiences of business owners and entrepreneurs, lalo na yung kanilang mga struggles and challenges and
Mm.
how they become really successful in their journey to become an entrepreneur and meeting and achieving their goals. We would like to really go into that level of knowing you, sir. So how did Sir Jason started? Saan ba talaga nanggaling si Sir Jason?
Okay. Although mababasa niyo yun sa libro ko, but I'll talk to you more about how I became an entrepreneur. So I started very early. So when I was in college, I decided I made it a point that I don't submit any resumes. Kasi alam ko if I submitted a resume, baka matempt ako pag may nag-offer sa akin ng trabaho. So I think from the start, I was already very very sure that I was going to be an entrepreneur even while
Wow,
back in
from
college.
from the very start.
Oo. And I always believe kasi you have to do everything with intention, which means if you intend to become an entrepreneur, then don't
Yes.
do things that will stop you from being an entrepreneur. So I decided I will not submit any resume or
Uh,
any CVs during job fairs in the schools. and companies, so that I'll force myself to become an entrepreneur because that's what I wanted to do.
So, you tried applying for a job but
Never,
hindi ka
never,
nagbibigay ng
never
response.
applied. Kasi
Wow.
if I applied, baka matempt ako
Yes.
na may nag-offer sa akin ng trabaho, di ba?
Yes.
So I really believe in challenging yourself,
Uh-huh.
um, and to see if you can really do what you really believe in.
Yes.
That's, I think, the true spirit of being an entrepreneur is just
Entrepreneur. And
go
and
to
I like what you said, Sir Jason, when you said intentional. You should be intentional on what you are doing. Because for the
yes,
very start, alam na alam mo na kung anong gusto mo. There is a clarity within
yes,
sa iyo kung ano yung gusto mo talaga.
correct. And
Yes.
then to do things intentionally, that's one of the lessons I learned.
Mhm.
Is,
Yes.
you if you want to clean your house, for example,
Uh-huh.
you have to walk around with a garbage bag. Kasi kung sinabi mo sa sarili mo, sige, lilinisin ko ang bahay ko. I will clean my
Uh-huh.
house. But if you don't walk around intentionally with a garbage bag, then you are not doing it intentionally. Kung meron ka lang makitang basura, tsaka mo pupulutin, di ba? So
Yes. Yes.
make sure when you aim or want to do something, just like being an entrepreneur, everything that
Mhm.
you do has to have an intention to become an entrepreneur. Parang ganun.
Wow. Wow. When you say that the word intentional, it speaks a lot of your character. This is not just a typical trademark or characteristic where you should I say behavior of entrepreneur. Hindi na that eh. They are intentional in what they're doing. They just do things when they feel doing it, and
Hmm.
when there is no emotion, like they don't have the urge of doing it, they don't do it.
Yes. Yes. So it's really about point A to point B. So once you
Wow.
decide, so if you decide your point B, then you have
Mm.
to make sure your path is
Yes.
from point A to point B. Yeah.
Yes. Wow. So, Sir Jason, I thank you for sharing that.
Hmm.
What triggers you to become intentional in being an entrepreneur or doing a business?
I think when I was still young, I already had leadership skills. And when you have leadership skills when you're young, you want to lead and you want to innovate, you want to create
Yes.
instead of follow, diba?
Yes.
So when you have that in that inner desire to
Sir.
create and make a difference. Kasi I think entrepreneurs have the ability to make a difference or an impact in
Mm.
in the world through innovation. Kasi sila yung mga malilikot ang isip, they create, because if they don't create, they don't have any product to sell.
Yes.
So I think when I was before I became an entrepreneur, I was already I had this urge already to create and to innovate. Uh,
Yes.
things that are not yet in the market or things that I can improve on to solve
Yes.
certain problems. Okay.
So,
Yeah. So entrepreneurs are in different stages.
mm.
It's you, I call it practical innovation. So kasi innovation sometimes when you're trying to innovate, it drags so long that you forget about your cash flow, you forget
Uh-huh.
about feeding your family, you forget about that. You're always thinking about your innovation, diba?
Yes.
So in my book, I talk about practical innovation. What
Mm.
can you innovate that will allow you to go to market as quickly as possible so that you can sustain your uh, your livelihood and yourself and your family.
Mm.
So when you're innovating, you have to do it in stages as well. So if you have to open a refilling station just to bring in, short-term cash while you're thinking of big things, kasi the big things usually they don't come quickly. And
Yes.
a lot of entrepreneurs, they lose cash, they get tired, di ba? After so many years of trying to innovate, trying to create, trying to invent. So you have to have a strategy. It's called practical innovation. You have to be also practical about it to make sure. Yeah.
Who inspire Jason Dela Rosa? Like, when it comes to business, is it a family in nasa DNA na ba ng family? Someone else inspired you?
Siyempre my family, my father is also an entrepreneur, has his
Okay.
life. So, siguro na meron din nasa dugo rin namin pero, a lot of I don't know, it's, when I was young that's already my ano, that's already my mindset. So,
Yes.
mahirap tanggalin ng mindset na talagang may desire ka. That's why you always have to feed your desire and your mind
Yes.
and your and what you want to do in your life. Once you
Yes.
feed once you feed it with actions, once you feed it with a lot of meditation, talagang you'll
Mhm.
able to achieve your goals.
Would you say, Sir Jason, this is something that your parents instilled on you? Like they imprinted this in your system?
Well, partly but not entirely naman, but kasi they always sometimes they say, "Sige, why don't you get a job?" Diba? When
Okay.
I was younger, 'di ba? Corporate
Yes.
job. Kasi both of
But
my sisters are in corporate.
mhm.
Oo, but, I think yung entrepreneurship is, uh, parang something I developed myself
Yes.
because of my imagination siguro, my my love for innovation. I think that's what triggered me. Oo.
Wow. Wow.
Mm.
Wow. Sir Jason, how did you begin? Ay, yung pinaka-umpisa. At what business do you begin with? Ano yung pinagsimulan talaga? Is
O okey, so yung story ko is really in my math class kasi, nasa math class ako tapos,
inside the
eh
class,
ha?
inside the classroom.
Inside the classroom, may
Yes.
nagle-lecture yung teacher,
Uh-huh.
ako hindi ako nakikinig sa klase pagka algebra nung nasa school ako.
Hindi
So,
nakikinig.
so so nagdo-doodle ako, I was drawing sa ano, ito may pencil. I was drawing characters on my notebook, hindi yung
Yes.
mga equations, not equations.
Oo.
Nag-drawing ako character. Tapos may na-drawing ako, parang character siya. Tapos pinakita ko sa seatmate ko. Sabi ko, "Oh, okay ba 'to?" Tapos sabi niya, "Oh, ang cute naman yan," sabi niya. Okay, sige. So after that, gumawa na ako ng mga greeting cards based on the character. So
Ah,
I I created some greeting cards and I sold it to friends, to classmates. Tapos mabenta. Parang everybody
wow.
loved the character that I did. So, ang ginawa ko, nagpa-print ako, nag-draw ako, na-distribute sa isang book chain.
Yes.
This is while I was in college. And
College.
then,
Yes.
yeah, I was in third year college yata, almost fourth year, in my
Uh-huh.
fourth year of college. Tapos nung dumadami na yung demand for designs, demand for ang
Uh-huh.
ginawa ko, I hired the art club in the school to draw na designs for me kasi wala na akong oras. So, I had that first taste of how to scale a business during
Wow.
college. So
Wow.
that's how I learned. I went talagang down and dirty on the different activities of being an entrepreneur. All the failures, all the mistakes, talagang pinagdaanan ko lahat because I started early and I started doing it. So
Yes.
nauna ako sa greeting cards na yan.
A greeting card? Is it like you create a design on it? You draw on it personally?
Yeah. Yeah, I drawn it pero pinaprint ko yan sa printing press. Yung
Okay.
marami ng orders. So
How many employees do you have at time?
that time just me. It's just me.
Ah.
Walang employees, zero employees. I hired the artists to
Uh-huh.
copy my character in different designs. Per
Yes.
design ko sila binayaran per design.
Okay. So it's a project based, kumbaga.
Oo,
Project.
project based tapos
Yes.
ayun, benta. So at that time hindi pa uso masyadong email eh.
Yes.
Oh, nahalata na yung mga edad 'no.
Uh-huh.
Hindi pa
Well,
uso yung
wala naman sa itsura, sir, eh. Well, let's not talk about age.
yeah.
Hindi, because it doesn't really matter kasi tulad nga ng sabi mo, sir, you started early and the earlier you started, the
Yeah.
earlier you face challenges, setbacks, mistakes, and that's where you learn and you expand your yourself,
Yes.
become better next time in doing business.